Welcome back, learners. So now to recap our lesson. Remember our main idea, we looked at the visible light, and then after having looked at the visible light, we looked at the spectrum of visible light, whereby we talked about the 7 colors that are making up the white light that we are seeing coming from the source, being the sun. We said we have the Rooikweier, which is the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And we said, as you're moving from one color to the next, from red to violet, we are basically going to be decreasing in wavelength. And if we are decreasing in wavelength, the frequency is increasing of those colors. Now, we also now used words such as luminous, radiation, and rectilinear to better explain the main idea being the visible light. We used words such as luminous as a substance that gives off light, and then radiation, that's now the energy that comes from a source and travels through space at a speed of light. We do know that the speed of light is 3 times 10 to the exponent of 8, or 300,000 kilometers per second, or 3 times 10 to the exponent of 8 meters per second. And we do know that nothing travels faster than the speed of light. Nothing travels faster than light because it is the most fastest object or the most fastest thing that we can ever perceive. We also used the words such as rectilinear to say that if something is moving in a straight line, it's said to be rectilinear propagation, moving straight line in a forward direction. Then, what I need you to take away from this lesson, the most important things that you need to remember about this lesson is the following. That number 1, light travels through space at a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. And then that a ray diagram is a drawing that shows the path of light. So showing the path of light from the source, being the sun, or any other luminous object. Remember, a luminous object is that object that emits the light. Can be the sun or it can be the light bulb. So we can draw the ray diagram or the path that is taken by the rays of that light coming from the source into the image or into the object, being bounced off or being reflected off that object into our eyes, which then enables us to see that particular object that reflected the light. Remember, if an object reflects the light, it's said to be an illuminated object. There's luminous and illuminated. Illuminated is that one that reflects the light, and then a luminous object is one that emits the light. And then you also need to remember that light travels in electromagnetic waves. So because of these waves and because of these lights, we are able to see everything that we can around us. And then I also want you to remember that the visible light spectrum, it is the light that we are able to see with our naked eye, hence visible. We are able to see it without our naked eye, without the help of we are able to see it with our naked eye without the help of a microscope. And then lastly, the white light that we see is made up of the 7 different colors of the spectrum. Remember, the 7 different colors of the spectrum, that's your Rooikweier. And you know that as you're moving from red to violet, there's something happening to the wavelength. The wavelength is decreasing and the frequency is increasing as moving from red to violet. Now, with all of this said, I have a challenge for you, just one question for you that I want you to answer for me. And the question is a simple one. It says, what is an opaque material? What is an opaque material? And you're going to give me the answer to this question the next time I see you. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye.